That's the big blue Pacific Ocean behind me, and today we're on the Washington coast. And you know, I hear from people all the time that want to buy some sort of property near the beach. We all love the water. And on the Washington coast, there is simply a wonderful place where you can do all that. Own some property, maybe a vacation rental, and just enjoy life. It's a place to kick back and really let things go and connect with neighbors. You know what I'm talking about? Well, it's Seabrook, Washington. And this place is off the charts when it comes to growth and what it can offer those who want to come here, vacation there, or even make a permanent home here. It's a wonderful place. I'm going to tell you all about it. We're going to tour around, talk about where this place is going in the next 5 years. It's 20 years old, but it's still in its infancy. So we're going to see where it's going in the future. But right now, I do want to also remind you to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Living in Western Washington 425. We're going to go take a look at Seabrook, but we'll always take a look at all the cool places in Western Washington. This is one of my favorite, and this has so much to offer, especially when it comes to wonderful blue Pacific Ocean and miles of beaches where you can have all sorts of recreation. One of the greatest surf spots in America is actually just north of here. The beach is here. You can go ahead and do razor clamming if you like, or just walk for miles and miles with your dog. By the way, this is a really dog-friendly community, but right here in Living in Western Washington 425, we're going to show you all about Seabrook. We're going to take a look right now at their town center and all the thought that goes into this community and where it's headed. Like I said, they are just getting started out here in the Washington coast. And coaches can come here too if they want. And one thing to remember, 88% of people who come to Seabrook come back. So it's that impressive of a community. But the other thing to think about, and they want to appeal to people in the Puget Sound area, or if you're flying into Seattle, this is less than a 3-hour drive from Seattle, and this is it, Seabrook. It's got so much to offer, and we're going to take a look at all of it, like I said. So let's go. So this is Market Street. It leads to the town center here in Seabrook, and look what they did. Rather than just have one road coming up the middle, they did the directional lanes. But by doing this, they basically allowed there to be a wider view of the Pacific Ocean from right there in the middle of town. So that view, looking out at the Pacific from the town center, is never going to go away. They're putting in hotels, they're putting in new grocery stores, restaurants, retail space. This continues to grow. So the town center does not begin there. It's gonna, it does now, but it's gonna begin back over here where people enter. So they're expanding that. The town center, this whole thing is still being built out and coming into its own. Well, one thing they definitely want you to do when you come to Seabrook is pull up a chair, whether it be big or small, or guys are welding and making noise, they want you to relax. And with a view like this, the Pacific Ocean, there's so many of these homes here in Seabrook, and it just kind of embodies that beach life. Grab a chair, any size, and relax and come and enjoy this place that is Seabrook on the Washington coast. I have these mixed-use residential buildings right here, ground floor commercial, stowaway wine bar, and then above you have condos and apartments. And this is Market Street, the main drag here in the town center. And one thing that's great is all these decks or verandas for all these buildings, they're all built at an angle, and so they all have a view of the Pacific Ocean down the street. There's the Seabrook Town Hall. You see the retail and shops, coastal goods, and then there's that view again, the Pacific Ocean down there. You see why this is a great little vacation town. They have a bookstore, toy store for kids. They have the Seabrook goods and apparel, which is great, very simple, nice designs. And then over here you got your market. You can go in there and get anything you need, everything from seafood, meats, cheese, prepared foods, and fresh produce. It's a good market. It's got everything, including wine and beer. So it's definitely one of the more hopping places here in Seabrook, because there's not too much around here. Let's head over towards the town square, where I see a gigantic Sasquatch. As you come to the town square, you definitely get that feel for the Truman Show. I'll say that, but it is wonderful. And look at this. Truman Show didn't have one of these. Big old statue of Sasquatch. It's a big one. And then over here, they have the kids center. Some sort of hockey game, all weather right here. A lot of fun, lemonade stand. Area to play, hang out. I mean, this is definitely about vacations and making memories. And you can go ahead and get the family of 5 Sasquatch picture if you want to do that. Terrific here on Myrtle Lane and Seabrook Avenue. You want to talk about something that just has that Mayberry feel, is the Seabrook Town Hall. Right here, a little town green. There it is, a beautiful building. Get that sense of community, those looking out for one another, and just a great building. It reminds me of an old colonial town hall in my hometown of Cheshire, Connecticut. It was the big area on the green, and it just has that look. It's classic. This is Seabrook. Let's head in down to the town center where we started our whole journey. There are plenty of options if you're hungry in the town center. Rising Tide Tavern has fish and chips and a great beer selection. You can go to the sweets route and get candy and ice cream. But one place you must visit is Vista Bakery. They certainly take the cake, and you must try the cruffin. There are so many great properties to choose from down here at Seabrook. You can have the hotel experience. They have more of a townhome experience if you like. If you're looking to buy or you're looking to rent, they have all sorts of options. Now, when I came down here, I got to stay at a beautiful place right here. It's called 14 Ocean Tide Lane. This house has everything. All of these homes are equipped for your families to come stay for a week or a month or what have you. Some folks have even made Seabrook their full-time residence. It's a wonderful place right here on the Washington coast. Let's head inside to 14 Ocean Tide Lane and see exactly what one of the properties looks like. All right, so let's guide you through. So this is the entry-level floor, and it's a little bit of a different layout than you might expect. This is a great room, hangout, television. One thing I really like is the bunk beds for the kids if they want to come have that bunk bed experience. And down the hall, along with a bathroom down here, fully equipped shower, 2 sinks. You have a really cool bedroom, king-size bed, view of the ocean. Outside the window, crack those windows, get some of the ocean air in the morning. Now let's head upstairs to level 2, where we're going to check out some more bedrooms. Okay. You definitely get your workout here with the stairs, and there is an elevator. So when I show you the kitchen on the top floor, no need to worry about that. Okay, this is one of the bedrooms, ensuite over here, the bath, again, the ocean view. My buddy Ben stayed in this room as we paid a visit to Seabrook with our real estate company. And then another ensuite bed. Just a really great accommodations here. One thing Casey Roloff said, the guy that started Seabrook and built this whole place with his wife, he wanted to do everything right. And that's exactly what they did here at Seabrook. You walk around, no detail left out. They just did it right. And one of the things you'll see, this is a top floor kitchen. Like I said, there's an elevator, but it makes total sense. The elevator is right here. Bring your groceries upstairs if you want to do that, or you could walk them. And then full size, totally equipped kitchen. I used that coffee maker this morning. Terrific, had the timer and everything. Updated cabinets, not even updated, but built this way. Terrific. Just look at this place. And this is your great room and family room where everybody's going to spend the most time hanging out, eating, celebrating, just being together. And this is the big payoff on the top floor. The deck equipped with the grill, all the seating you need, and of course the terrific view of the Washington coast, miles and miles of beach here. And just to the north of here, Olympic National Park. It is something to behold out here in Seabrook, where again you can come stay a week, stay a month, stay a year. All sorts of property options here, and as you saw, they are all great places. So this is the Fernwood section of Seabrook. It's a little further back from the town center that we saw earlier. They're developing this area, putting in new houses, and what you see is development going back that way. That will continue. Behind me, 160 acres of forest, and this is DNR land. It's going to stay that way, and that's where all the mountain biking trails are. Ultimately, you're going to be about 50 miles of biking trails. They'll compare it a lot to the Duthie Hill mountain bike trails that are down by Fall City and Redmond, and they have, again, everything you need within walking distance. They're going to put a market, a cafe on the corner over here. So another area where you can come park the car, get on a bike, or just walk and be here and not have to leave the entire time that you visit Seabrook. So the homes are beautiful, lots of different homes to choose from. Let's go take a look at a model home right now and show you what they have to offer here in the Fernwood section, which you see is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger as they develop all sorts of homes out here. So this is one of the model homes here in the Fernwood neighborhood. It's a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 1,552 square feet. Let's take a look inside and then I'll tell you how much this one cost. Again, the great thing about Seabrook and all these communities and these areas here is the front porches and really the accessibility to your neighbors. People hang out, they know each other. It's very neighborly. It's a great experience for getting connected with humanity again, especially after everything we all went through back in 2020 and 2021. Okay, so here we are in the Birch. That's the model here. Beautiful family room. Like some of the finishes, or all the finishes that they have, like the subway tile there in the kitchen. Great quartz countertops, hardwood floors. Just a big area, little deck in the back there. That's where you park. All the alleys in the back of the homes. Of course, they want to foster that goodwill by having the porches out front. You got your splits in here for AC and heat, and a lot of space to store stuff throughout your home. This is a little half bath downstairs. Let's head upstairs here in the Birch. Really carpeted. So you have 3 bedrooms up here. I'm going to show you the first 2 that are not the primary. It's the bathroom that these 2 bedrooms would share. Spacious, big beds here. All really well done. Love all the craftsmanship. This is cool. Built-in bunk beds here. Again, they foster a lot of family time and people spending time together. Also vacation rentals. However, those who own these homes wish to use them. That's the wonderful thing about Seabrook. Here's the primary. Lots of space, closet there. This is, we'll look out to the town square where you have your fire pit. Take a little closer look at that. And here's your primary bedroom. Splits there. Your primary bath. There you have it, the Birch model. You saw it, 3 beds, 2.5 bath. And as you look around and you begin to see what this area of the development is going to look like, it really does foster community. So many of the front porches all connect and look at each other. Parking and everything is in the back. They don't take away that space or that part kind of gobbled up by garages by putting those in front. That's in the back. They have the walking paths that have the oyster shells all crumbled here, and benches to hang out. It's just one of those cool places that I can't wait to see where this goes here in the next 5 years. But this home that we toured, that we looked at, $959,000, under $1 million to get here at Seabrook. And again, this is the wonderful thing about Seabrook, is that you could live here full time. It could be your vacation home, or there is a rental program as well that will help pay towards the mortgage of owning a place like this. And as Seabrook grows, as the popularity of Seabrook grows, the value of a home like this one in the Fernwood area of Seabrook is only going to grow. And again, they have all those amenities that are going in, a store, a coffee shop over here. And they have the town center, which is up the road a ways, but it's all here at your disposal. Again, that's the Birch model, but there's so many different homes and models to choose from. This one reminds me of the quintessential beach cabin, something that belongs somewhere near the coast. It's the Foxglove model. You could tour properties here all day long if you wanted to. Lots of different models. You can put your own touches if you have it built, if you contract with your own builder. They are really neat. Let's take a look inside the Foxglove here, and what I feel is more of the typical beach cabin model. I just love the cedar shakes out front. All right, we come up and work our way in. I love these areas right here. Little mud rooms. Go ahead, drop the shoes, put some hooks on the wall for coats, and bathroom right over there. Come on in, close the door, a little nice dining room eating area right here, and then into a great kitchen. Countertops, gas stove, stainless steel appliances. Again, Casey Roloff said that they wanted to do everything right, and they certainly have done that here. Beautiful living room for your family to hang out, friends, I mean, you name it. And again, you own this, you can come all the time, you can rent it out, make it your vacation home. Let's head on upstairs. We'll take a look at the 3 bedrooms here in the Foxglove. I'm gonna tell you how much this one cost as we head up the stairs here. So, one thing, I always like the Jack and Jill bathrooms. So you have 1 bedroom here. Coming on here. This connects to our other bedroom. Whoops, I opened that door real quick. There we go. And then this shoots us right out into the primary. This is great. And then the primary bath right there. A little tight, but gets the job done. Nice shelving in there. Okay, let's head downstairs. I'm gonna tell you what this one cost. So for the Foxglove, 3 bed, 2.5 bath, 1,317 square feet. Price tag on that one, $934,000. So you get a pretty good idea of what a 3 bed, 2.5 bath home out here in Seabrook is gonna cost you. But again, this could be a vacation home. You can move here permanently. They're putting everything in, that infrastructure for a town on the Washington coast. A lot of options. Definitely one of those things you need to come see, experience, and take it all in. And believe it or not, only 3% of the population of Puget Sound has ever paid a visit to Seabrook, and it's less than a 3-hour drive from downtown Seattle. So it's not bad at all, really. You deal with Tacoma traffic, you have to deal with that regardless of where you're going, south or north. But once you get past there, it's a really nice ride through Olympia, up through Aberdeen, and out here to the coast. So just walking back towards the town center through the Fernwood neighborhood, and you see all the different models of homes just going in, getting gobbled up by folks who want to be out here near the Washington coast. Love the oyster shells, crushed oyster shells. Oyster shells, say that 10 times fast. Sally collects seashells by the seashore. The oyster shells that are here along the pathway. And again, you see it, Casey was talking about the development here. You see the road right here, but the priority goes to the sidewalks and that connection right there from the sidewalks along the private residence, chairs on the porches. That's what Seabrook is about, and it's one of just the great features here. These homes remind me of the beachfront homes in North Carolina where I used to live. You just kind of have that upper and lower levels and the decks on top. Again, all promoting community, everybody looking out at their neighbors. This space in front not taken up by garages. It's fantastic. They'll tell you here at Seabrook, they want you to come here, park your car, and not get back in it until you have to leave. The sidewalks give them priority around here. It's terrific. I just love that oyster shell crunching. I'll say that all day long. And what's so great is the way the sidewalks go, and it's community. So here we are just walking by a random home. This is somewhere in time. Everybody names their home. So you want to have an appealing name, especially if you have some vacation renters. And here you have it, just a bench. They have some chairs on the porch. If I'm someone visiting from Albuquerque, maybe I come here and visit Seabrook, and I can meet friends from the Puget Sound area, from California. It's set up for that. It's set up for human connection, and it's really something that should be commended by what Casey Roloff and his wife Laura have established here in this community that is now in its 20th year and continues to grow. So in speaking with Casey Roloff today, you learn a lot about his vision and what he's after. And you see a lot of homes like this, it kind of gives you that Nantucket, Martha Vineyard feel. The architecture was not the priority. Urban planning is the priority. Sidewalks, alleyways that connect homes, the front porches that connect out onto walking paths. What's going to connect people, community, keep everyone safe and looking out for one another. This is very neighborly, and the whole way it has come together is beautiful. That's just the only way to explain it. You get feelings sometimes in life when you're in a safe place. I have felt that at times in Disneyland, of all places, and someone may say this is very Disneyland-like, very Truman Show-like, but it is. It's a safe place on the coast. They have 365 day a year security. It's never a question, and it's beautiful, and it's just well kept. And it's a salute to Casey Roloff and his wife Laura, who have had this vision to take this pristine tract of oceanfront land in Washington on the coast and make Seabrook. And yes, very impressed with everything they have done and the wonderful architecture here and the way that urban planning is the priority, because I love to walk. Let's get going. Seabrook is far from being finished. They're building out the town center in the next 3 to 4 years, and then they're going to continue to develop a number of different areas around here. They're going to have Makers Village to the north, and then to the south they'll have Pacific Grove, and we visited that with Casey Roloff on our trip down to Seabrook to check out the Washington coast. We're with Casey Roloff, the founder and CEO of Seabrook, and we've seen all the beautiful homes and the design and everything coming together, and the town center that's still being built out. But we're standing in front of a hill here. It's kind of your blank canvas. What is this going to be?
Well, this is Pacific Grove, and it's our next village that was just approved this past summer. And we probably will be breaking ground here in probably a couple of years. We're just doing most of the design right now. Again, this will all be ground floor shops, restaurants, and then residences up above. Probably a boutique hotel that's facing the ocean, but all of these residences and if there are hotel rooms will have panoramic views of the ocean.
It's the vision. Do you go to bed at night and think about these things? Where does this all come from?
Well, again, I've surrounded myself with people that are way smarter than I am in urban planning, architecture, design, and I'm just kind of a sponge. And I listen and I learn as much as I possibly can, and then I continue to dream all that stuff. In my head I start hearing all the different principles of how you do this, and then you look at the land and how does this fit with the land, and how can you create that really memorable experience, and that's what we love thinking about and dreaming about. You mentioned Carmel, California a lot today, and some of these other oceanside communities. Yes.
And those have been the inspiration for Seabrook and everything coming together. But it seems like this is different because it just seems to offer so many more things for those that come and vacation here, stay here, and want to live here. What is it that you want to be different? That you want to have different than some of those other places? Yeah. Well, obviously.
Well, those are great. Those are great places for sure, and but I think that the bigger difference here will be more the walkability and the bikeability of having bike lanes and streets and pathways that really make getting around on bike or on foot super easy. Also, as I described in the town tour, 60% of our houses do not physically front streets, they front pedestrian ways, and so we'll have a lot more greenery, a lot more natural space. 70% of our land will be in preservation for hiking trails, biking trails, so I think it's going to really have the best combination of the urban aspects of a town center, but then having all the natural elements wrapping around the entire town, which is going to be really, really fun. Because we learned in COVID, we want a lot of open space and elbow room, but we also want the creature comforts of the urban, the urban environment as well.
I think I'm ready to go buy a house.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
They certainly have a lot in store in the next 5 years here at Seabrook. They're going to complete the town center. They're going to finish the Pacific Landing, which is the whole new area of retail at the town center. They also want to build a small medical facility that'll be about a mile away as more residents come here, and obviously with that they'll have medical needs as well. So there's a lot going on here at Seabrook, and the build out continues. The amenities that are added for residents and vacationers continue to grow. It continues to be just a fantastic place on the Washington coast. Again, that only 3% of the people that live in the Puget Sound have come to visit. So step foot at Seabrook and see what it's all about. most enchanting time of all to be at Seabrook is when the sun is getting ready to set on another day of life by the Pacific Ocean. It truly is a special place because memories made at the beach last a lifetime. Seabrook on the Washington coast is certainly a special place. I hope we caught some of its magic here today in our video. You know, if you want to explore the possibility of owning a home here at Seabrook or anywhere along the Washington coast, or for that matter in Seattle or all of Western Washington, you know where to go. MikeFerryHomes.com. Go ahead and sign up there and we'll get in touch with you as soon as you sign in with us. If you don't want to do the computer thing, you can always call. My number, my email, go ahead and do that. I respond to all of them. Even if you want to go ahead and get a Zoom scheduled, we can do that and talk face to face to figure out what we need to do to get you to places like this, Seabrook on the Washington coast, or just anywhere in Western Washington. I would love to hear from you and help you live your dream of living in places like this along the Washington coast. It's just absolutely beautiful, the Pacific Ocean behind me. You know, we can make things happen. And I hope some of these tours certainly help give you an idea of the spectacular places that really compose all that is living in Western Washington 425. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel here. We have great adventures coming up this summer as we continue to go around the Puget Sound. And don't forget, this is Seabrook. Come on down. You have to see it for yourself and experience the wonder and amazement that is right here on the coast of Washington. We'll see you next time.